Hello YouTube. Let's do a quick video. Let's do the outside stuff first and get it done, all this traffic noise. Right there are 4 plates. I thought it'd be a good idea to make some welding tabletops. It's 1/4 inch thick plate. They are 21 by 46, 1/4 inch plate. They've got a 1 inch radius on the corners. I know it's an odd size, but it's the best I could do with the scrap I had. I will have 8 of those at Quadstate for $60 a piece. I figure anyone can come up with angle iron or tubing or whatever to make a frame, but that plate right there for a welding table is probably the most difficult to come up with. So I thought I would take a chance and burn some out of some scrap and bring it down there. Let's turn around and take a look at something else. Right here's something I came up with that I'm kind of proud of. This is my mobile leg vise stand. I have 3 of them hiding in here with the wheels. They're all ready to go. I'll have 3 of those, and I'll have 2 stands without vices. With the vise they're 300, without the vise they're 200. Now they're kind of averaging out, so I need this beam down here, where is it at? Right here, to be 32 inches. They vary just a little bit from vise to vise, but the 2 that I'm making extra are going to be 32 inches. Now you can loosen those wedges and move that up and down just a little bit to make it work. As you can see, this very first one here, it could actually have been up higher. So I think 32 inches will be a good height, average height. And then I'm going to put these donuts down here, kind of the average of what these 3 are, so that between moving that up and down and in and out, you can get that leg straight up and down. Let's go in the shop now. I've got, I think, all the swage blocks up here on my bench that I burned. Now, I've got these, the ones on the bench here are all burnt from 4140. I also have all of them in A36 mild steel. These are all the 12 by 12s. This is basically what I call the first style because it's the first one I made. It's got all the radiuses and squares along that top edge. And then and they're 120 bucks each for all these larger ones. Then I've got one that's just basically a bunch of radiuses, different sizes. And then let me move down here farther. This one here, I kind of like this one. I'm going to have to build a stand and put one into use here in my shop. But it's 8 by 12. The other 2 were 12 by 12. But it's got a 60 degree angle here and a 120 degree angle here, and then a 90. So, and then you got your radiuses and whatnot. But I like that one, especially as it gives you these options right here. That one is 120, but I also have it in the A36 mild for 75. The mild steel on these first 3 is 75. Then I got my little bench block. I only have a couple of these, maybe, I thought it was only 2. There might be 3 of them in 4140. Those are $60, and the A36 mild steel are $40. Let's go down the way here and find something else to look at. This is something I just came up with, and I don't have I've only got 2 of them. But it is a cone. It's going to be a cone. You'll have to make the cone. Right now it's just a flat piece of 2 inch thick. All of those swage blocks are 2 inch. This is 2 inch. You would cut it to a point and then forge it into and then grind it into a cone. It's made so you can clamp it in a leg vise. If you want to, you could shape that. It's 1 inch thick here, this way. So it'd probably be best to just clamp it in a leg vise. Now something else new I came up with is over here on the floor. I have had requests for things like this, and they wanted it out of the 2 inch. I can't burn holes that small in 2 inch. Wahlberg Forge convinced me to make it out of 1 inch. So those are 1 inch plates. They have a 7/8, 1 inch, 1 1/8, 1 1/4, 1 1/2 inch square holes. Now those are as burnt. They're not perfect. You'll have to maybe run the swage down through them to get them trued up, but you know, we're all blacksmiths. So some of this work you're just going to have to figure out on how to do it, and I price it accordingly. $20 for something like that. And then I have a few of these 1/2 inch thick. I use them for mounting my leg vices on them. They got holes for hammers and tongs, 1/2 inch thick, $20. Yes, it looks like I have a total of 3 of those swage blocks out of 4140, the 6 inch ones. Then I've got over here, it's kind of dark down there, and those of you who know me know I'm not supposed to be lifting anything right now. I have a young neighbor kid, 18 years old, who is coming over helping me move stuff, and he'll help me load for Quadstate. I made a cone out of one of those that fits in a hardy hole in my anvil. You could also use them in just a leg vise. It's just pointing straight up, where this other one up here on the table will be at a 90-degree angle to the vise. Then I have a stack of striking anvils. Those are 1/2 inch thick. These are 1/4 inch thick. You get the top plate with 1 1/4 inch hole in it. Let me get down here. They have 1 1/4 inch hole in them. And then the plate that goes underneath it is just a little bit bigger, and it has 3 holes in it for the legs and a large hole to make plenty of clearance for the hardy hole in here. And then I will be giving you 3 of these for the bottom of the feet. That way you can weld the bottom of the tubing that you use for your legs to this, pour sand down these holes in the tubing after you welded it on here, and then this will be welded right over the top of that and seal it off, so you don't have to worry about the sand coming out. I have 2 of these are already sold. They'll be going in my truck, stashed away for them to pick up at Quadstate. Right now, I think that is it. Let me take you over to there's one more thing I'll show you. Actually, there's a little more than that. I think there's 4 more of these. $40 a piece. That's 4140 tool steel, 16 by 9 inches by 2 inches thick. I use this just as a bench block for hammering on, for stamping my maker's mark in this stuff, but you could cut it with a torch, cut it with a saw. Now this is fire cut, so it's hard around the edge, so you'll have to anneal it before you can cut it with a bandsaw or something. But you could make a lot of hammers out of something like this. Let's go over there and take a look at the little mobile leg vise that I've got. There's one I'm working on, and the other one's a little farther along. All I got to do is weld the donut and the top with the tool holder on it. And as I was coming over here, I saw something else that I'm going to be bringing down there. I've got some vices, some bench vices, and believe it or not, those jaws are really tight. None of that wobbly stuff. Those are a 4 inch, those are a 3.5. That one opens up to 6.5 inches, I think. I didn't open one of those up. Those are nice vices. Those are made in Japan and those are made in Brazil or whatever. I don't know. Never heard of that. I don't know who's the actual maker, but I think they're pretty nice vices. Good tight square jaws. These blue ones, they're really nice. They got some good jaws, and they're changeable. They're screwed on there. I just picked those up today. Those are going to be $50. Those are going to be $30. I have 8 of those, and probably 10 to 15 of those. I'd have to go look. Probably 10. I think that's it. I got a variety of stuff, and that's what I was hoping to come up with. Thanks for watching. There's one of those blue vices. But it might be moving 1/16 of an inch. And I'll open it way up. They got 3 Phillips screws in here holding the jaws on, and you can see it's not a dovetail, but it's, let's see if you can see it. I hope you can see that. This is a new camera, and I'm not too sure how. But they're brand new vices. They're new old stock, and they've all got a little bit of rust on them. That's all I can tell you. They've got a lot of grease on here and on the screw, so you'll have to clean them off so that they'll open and close real easy. Because you can see they're a little stiff. I didn't clean that screw off a whole lot. But there's hardly any movement. And there you can see it's closed. Well, maybe you can see it. They're nice vices. Made in Japan. That's all I can tell you. I don't know. It's got that star there with the N in it. And it's got that on it. And I got some in the box over here. Let's go over and take a look. Right there is the markings on the box. If you can find anything on them, let me know. Thanks for watching.